All right, hello. All right, hello. Let me make sure I'm not hearing shit on my computer. How's the sound for you guys? I know last week it was a little silly. But luckily we were able to fix it pretty quickly. I'm trying to find a playlist that I want to move to. I'm like, what's my vibe for today? All right. Hey, Hallie. Hey, Jessica. Good morning. Yes, it's PyCam. We're back. I bet, Hallie. I know it. Sometimes Saturday sculpt, it sticks around, you know? It's so understandable. Wow, Pie's got the very expressive tail today. Hi. As I'm also looking around my computer setup, which I haven't really looked at all weekend, there's this thin veil of cat hair all over everything. But this is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for PyCam. Okay, let's see. Let me focus. Playlists. I just feel like what I want to listen to changes from day to day, you know? Hey, Stephanie, good morning. Hi, Baba, I love you, I miss you. Want to hug you, want to squeeze you. Oh man, this one's pretty good, but it's a little angsty. Oh, time to die again. Time to die victorious on Fury Road, you guys. Hey, Franny. Hi. All right. I like this playlist. I'm going to put it in the chat. You don't ever have to go with the vibe I'm going for. Just telling you that ahead of time, guys. But this is matching my vibe. Which is always just a little angsty, you know? Hey, Franny. My favorite. All right, there we go. I stuck it in there. So you can use it or you can say, no thanks, ma'am, love ya, but I'm listening to my own shit. Oh, welcome. Happy Monday again. It's probably my favorite thing in the world to start my Monday mornings with you, like truly. Don't want it any different. And I'm really excited for today because it's the end of the month. I'm so glad to make a class final. Me too, Franny. Me too. So for a while I was doing it so that like the last class of the month would kind of be like a master class where we would review a lot of the things that we went over, maybe visit some new things. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And all this month we worked on timing, we worked on transitions. In particular, we did a lot of slow transitions, which I think made them more brutal, right? Angela! Hi, Amber, welcome. It's your first class, yay! The solidarity of lingering Saturday sculpt soreness is delicious. Yes. You know, one thing that I really like to do when I'm particularly sore is I just go and I hit it again just to like bang all the lactic acid out of my muscles. So maybe that'll work for you. I don't know, you guys. If you're here and you're like, what the hell are they talking about? Every last Saturday of the month, I do a Patreon exclusive YouTube live stream. And for a while, I was calling it Shakedown because I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to teach that day. And it's now turned into a sculpt. So we essentially did a brutal little workout this last weekend. And we're all still recovering from it. So hopefully moving around will help. Eek! You found me on TikTok, Amber? Oh, that's so cool. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people here that come from TikTok, so that's just really cool. But I was like, hey, I'm going to go be myself. I'm going to go be a dork on this app. And then people are like, hey, we like you. All right, it's about class time. I'm going to turn up my air conditioning a little bit because I have this sneaking suspicion that I'm going to feel pretty hot doing this class. So to get started, here's what we're going to need, my friends. Have a mat. If you don't have a mat, it's not the end of the world. Mats are luxury items, truly. But I like working on a mat. I'm also going to break out some blocks just in case I feel like I want to use them. If you don't have any props whatsoever, you're going to be fine. It just might feel like, oh, I wish my arms were a little longer here, or whatever. Maybe I wish my legs were a little longer and these blocks can help me feel a stretch. But they're not a requirement. I like suggesting using them because they have this incredible way of making things harder and making things easier all at the same time. So we're gonna go for an hour. But if you even just do the beginning of this class, I'm really proud of you, yeah? All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna grab my blocks. All right, oh, fucking closet doors from hell. All right, I'm gonna leave these puppies at the top. And I say we get started seated. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that nobody disturbs us. And we're gonna get our hips nice and warm. So sit on your cute little butt. We're gonna start at the top of this playlist, Dead of Night Flow. We're starting with Orville Peck, because how else would we start? All right, we're gonna go soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide. In Yoga Asana, this is called Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. And depending on your hip mobility, your comfort, you can bring these heels close to your pubic bone or a little bit further away. Maybe having the heels further away makes it a little bit easier to sit up tall onto your butt, which I'm going to suggest sitting up as tall as you can here. And let's just fucking breathe, because honestly, If that's the only thing we do well today, I still consider that a successful day. Doing movement for our stupid mental health, right, Julie? All right, 3 more breaths. Sometimes I mean to breathe, but I actually yawn. That's okay too. All right, on this last round of breath, I want you to sit up really tall with your spine. Breath in. And with your exhale, try to lean forward a little bit. See if that intensifies the stretch in your hips and in your back. Now try to keep the back as straight as you can for 1 more round of breath. And then exhale, let the spine round and relax. Rock a little bit side to side if that feels nice. Oh, it feels so good on my side back. Jesus. And let's bring ourselves all the way back up. We're going to move a little more dynamically, a little more breath to movement. So listen up. I want you to, again, sit up tall, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward with that flat spine. Take a breath in and exhale, round the spine. Use your next inhale to roll it all the way up, sit up tall. Exhale, hinge forward with that flat spine. Stay there for a breath in and exhale, round again. Good. 1 more time like that. Inhale, roll your spine up. And exhale, keep a flat spine as you move forwards. Stay there, breath in. Good. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, bring yourselves all the way back up. Let's adjust our legs. We're going to take the feet to the edge of our mat. We're going to knock our knees in. And we're going to lean back, turning our arms externally, fingertips face back. And windshield wipers. Can't not do them every single day. This is a really great hip exercise / stretch / mobility exercise that you can do while you're just sitting and watching TV. That's what I like to do. Make little cheat codes to make myself do things. All right. Now I want you to keep your knees over towards the right. Sit up onto your butt here. If you look down at your legs, you're going to see 2 right angles, and we're going to do a little twist. Right hand comes behind you, left hand onto the right thigh. Maybe you get a little pop, a little snap, crackle. Maybe you just peek over your right shoulder, lengthen the tailbone underneath you so you feel a bit of a hip flexor stretch on this left side. Let's do the same thing, but over to the other side. So rock, rock, rock. You can lean back to do that. Sit up on your butt. Right hand is going to find your left knee. Left hand plants behind you. Sit up tall and twist. Now again, maybe the tailbone lengthens underneath you, and you even peer deeper over that left shoulder. That's it. Let's take it all the way back towards center. And we're going to do another round of these windshield wipers, or your level 2. You're going to sit up tall, twist, come back to center, same thing, twist. Now, my butt creeps me down my mat. I'm not going to fight it. If you're creeping your butt down the mat, let's do it together. Good. Now, if your booty is creeping and you're almost to the front, let's hold in the center. If you're still at the back, I want you to make your way to the front. We're all going to lengthen out our legs in front of us. Scoot your booties out of your way so that you really feel your sit bones root into the earth. Sit up nice and tall, breath in, and with your exhale, hinge forward. Let's stretch out your hamstring. Now, wherever your hands find themselves, whether they're on your thighs, your shins, on the ground, or if you're able to grab your feet, I do want you to think about the sit bones as if they were tracking behind you and your upper body wanting to track forwards. That way you feel like you're getting pulled in two directions. There's engagement in the muscles, which is going to keep your joints safe. Maybe you reach for some toes. Take a big breath in. Nice work. Breath out. Now let's rock ourselves all the way up to seated. Bring your knees into a bend and take your fingertips into your knee pits. We're gonna rock and roll a few times. So rock back and forwards. Let this massage your spine. Let it engage your core. If for whatever reason this is not something that your back likes or your hips like, then stop. Sit off to one side. We're all gonna meet in tabletop position in 5. I've got beginners and all the way up to advanced transitions in 3, 2, and 1. My beginner's transitions. Sit over to one side. Bring yourself around to tabletop. Beginners to intermediates. You can cross your shin bones, rock through. My advanced friends, my husband does this a lot better than I do. You'll cross, plant your hands kind of right in front of your butt, lift up the hips, try to get your legs out from underneath you, and take yourself through to tabletop. I told you, that's not a strong one for me. All right, let's wake up our wrists. I want you to shift forwards and backwards here. Good, just do it 3 more times. And then we're gonna stretch our wrists in the opposite direction. So listen, I want you to just rock back a little bit, tuck your toes for a second. Take the hands a little bit closer to your knees and flip them so that your palms are facing up towards you. Think about spinning the eyes of the elbows forward, and maybe you lean back a little extra to get into the tops of your forearms. Breath in. Breath out. Nice. Let's take our hands back onto the ground. Adjust yourself back to tabletop. And then walk your feet back so that you land into a high plank position. Scapular push-ups here to wake up the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together and then separate them. Now, here's what's not moving. Your core is not moving. Your elbows are not bending. And your head is not bobbing forwards and backwards. If it's challenging to do all those things, then take your knees down to the ground, but do walk them back so that we're trying to insinuate plank. Squeeze and separate. Squeeze and separate. We're building up the postural muscles in your back area. We're working your rhomboids. We're working your latissimus dorsi. Maybe we're even getting a little bit up into the traps. This is one of my favorite ways to, again, counter a lot of hunching over your phone, over your keyboard. And you're going to feel it and benefit from it whether your knees are down or not. 10 more seconds, my loves, until we go back into a downward facing dog. Good, downward facing dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, nice word, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Your body is going to make an A shape with the body. Now, if you need it, widen out your hands. Externally rotate the arms. You can also widen out your feet a little bit, bend your knees, whatever helps you to feel strong and secure in the shoulders and like your core is being engaged. Now, I wouldn't worry yourself about trying to get your heels on the ground. For right now, focus on your breathing, focus on lengthening out through your spinal column. We're gonna start moving and adjusting this shape in 5 seconds. Good, 3, 2, high plank to down dog rolls on 1. Lift your heels, roll yourself forward into a high plank. Notice if you need to adjust here, remember that adjustment. Know that that is your blueprint for your downward facing dog. Please continue. You've got 4 more, just like that. And I encourage creativity within this movement pattern. So what does that look like? Are you a knee bender, a slider backer? A lot of ways to skin this cat, my loves. Last 2. Good. The next time you roll yourself all the way forwards on one, let's hold there. Planche, so bring the shoulders past the wrist and as controlled as you can. Let's lower all the way down onto our tummies. Forearms are going to come in front of us. Let's bend into the right knee. Take the right leg out and around the side of your body. Do a hip opener right here. Nice and passive on the ground. I can always tell that I actually did a good job working my hips and butt if this is a challenge for me. So yeah, I'm really feeling the openness in this side. Sometimes I like to even straighten this leg out. So if you have space and the ability, maybe you want to do that. Let's bring this right leg back into a bend if you straightened it out. Pull the leg back into neutral, extend it back behind you. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Bend your left leg, sweep it out to the left. I think about doing a lot of engagement here. Leg can straighten out to the side. You. Hello. Great, let's bend into that left leg because if it's extended out, take the leg back into neutral, lengthen it behind you, and then let's adjust the hands so that they're by our side body. Look down at your mat. Now I'm going to give you verbal directions. You don't have to see it unless you need to because we want to keep the back of our neck long here. Relax the forehead to the ground. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Good. With your inhale, let's peel the heart up. Engage your lats. So feel those muscles all the way from your shoulder blades underneath, going all the way down to your low back. Feel those turn on. Press the tops of your feet into the ground so that your kneecaps try to lift up off of the earth even. Quadriceps on. You're here for 3. Maybe you lift up a little higher, 2. Nice work, last 1. Bring it all the way back down to the ground. Step your hands back 1 inch. Reset, breath in. Breath out. Good, let's go again. This is called Bhujangasana, low cobra. Push tops of the feet into the mat. Engage the quads. This time I want you to give a little pressure into the hands, maybe 30%. Notice that lifts you up just a scotch more, but do keep the engagement in the back muscles. Here for 3, here for 2, and 1. Let's take it back down to the ground. Hey, we've got 1 more round of this, potentially taking it all the way up into a low cobra, or sorry, an up dog. We're in low cobra. Up dog is where we're trying to go. Reset with your breath in. Reset, breath out. Hi, welcome to my class. It's pure chaos. Elevate head, neck, shoulders, heart. Again, give it a little pressure. A little more pressure. And at that last moment, use the arms to lift yourself into this back bend position. Broaden through the chest, press through the arms, and let's pike, taking it up and back into downward facing dog. Excellent. We're going to work a Surya Namaskar A. I want you to lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the top. You can hop, you can step. Let's try to go for big toes close together. Halfway lift, lengthen. Rock the weight forward into your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to standing. Take the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your arms by your side body. Lengthen your tailbone down. Draw the navel in. Pull the floating ribs in. Inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Planche forward. Bend the elbows to 90. Knees can come to the ground if you need them. Low cobra or upward facing. So I'm just giving you these modified versions first. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset, inhale, breath. Exhale out. Good, we got a couple more rounds. Heels high, bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the top, hopping or stepping. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, arms by side body. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold, take it down. Nice, halfway lift. And chaturangas, skip, modify, whatever you like. Make it more difficult. We're back in down dog. Another reset, and then we're going back through. Heels high. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Rise up to standing. This is called Utthita Hasta in Tadasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, arms by side body. Inhale, reach up, Utthita. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift. Good. Chatta. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. Reset for 4 more breaths. You have a couple options for your resets. You can come back to high plank down dogs. You can do something like a down dog twist. Right arm to left leg. Left arm to right leg. You can even intensify by bringing your forearms down to the ground. I think I just pronounced that intensify, and that's definitely not how I usually say it, so don't judge me for that one. All right, we got 2 more breaths, and whatever you're doing, stillness, movement, twists. Good. Last round of breath, wherever you are. Bring yourself back to your static down dog. Now use your next inhale to reach your right leg up to the sky. This is called 3-legged dog. I want you to press through the heel and keep your hip square. Good. Bring the knee towards your nose, point your toes, and I want you to pause. Squeeze the heel in towards your butt, flex the foot, engage your abs, push away from the earth. Step your right foot as close as you can between the hands. We're getting set up for warrior 1. Pivot back heel to the ground. Stack your shoulders above your hips. Widen your stance if you need to feel like you can get the entire outer edge of your back foot onto the ground. Arms are going to reach up to the sky. Wow, I'm really feeling that in my calf today. Breath in. Exhale, take your hands down, square off. You can move through with what's called Ekapada Chaturanga or single-legged. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Reset, inhale. And exhale. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts. Try to keep the hip as square as you can. Pull knee to nose. Point your toes. Drag the heel in towards your butt. Push away from the earth. Now flex your foot and step that foot between the hands or place it. Back foot adjusts. Stack your shoulders above the hips. You're in warrior 1 on the other side. Look at you. Shoulders want to square to the front. Hips want to lengthen underneath it. I feel the stretch completely differently when I do that. Right shoulder squares to the front. Please take a breath in. Good. With your exhale, take it down to the ground. You can step back, work through your Ekapada. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's walk our hands back towards our feet. And we're going to go into a chair pose. Sit your ass back. Reach your arms towards your upper hand corner. Now you can stay still, or you can work with me and do some little pulsing squats in place. Good. If your shoulders feel a little bit gassed, know that they can come to your heart center also. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold nice and low. Give it a breath in. And with your exhale, forward fold with options. Padagustasana. Peace fingers are going to wrap around your big toes. Really nice way to get a little more foldy. You can also try Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. You'll slide your hands under your feet, trying to get your toes up to your wrists. And same thing, you'll bend and try to bring yourself closer to the legs. You can also just hang here if your shoulders feel like they need an extra opening, chest expansion. The choice is yours. Just don't forget to breathe. Good, you guys are doing so good. 3 more breaths. All right. Now, whatever you got going on, Padahastasana, Padagustasana, maybe you're just hanging out with chest expansion. Let's walk you back forward into a high plank position. And then we're going to go back into downward facing. Good. Right leg is going to lift again. So you're in your three-legged dog. Good. This time I want you to open up your hip, bend into your knee. All right, let's square you off. Lengthen the right leg. Pull knee in towards your nose. Feel that little squeeze. Listen up. I want you to lower your right shin bone down to the ground. Lift it back up. Push. Notice the rounding of my back. Lower the shin down. Exhale, push. Let's do just one more. Flex the foot, step it through. Warrior one. You've already been here. You know what to do here. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust and open. My back foot, instead of just being turned out, now it wants to run parallel to the back edge of my mat. Arms reach to front and back. Flip your right palm. Stretch out your side body with reverse warrior. Just remember to maintain the bend into your front leg. Good, let's take it all the way down to low lunge. Reframe, high to mid plank, single-legged as an option. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left side, lift up your left leg, open up your hip. Knee is pointed out. Ooh, that feels good on my right leg. All right, let's square it off. Bring knee to nose. Keep the toe pointed. Lower the shin down to the ground. Push and lift. Tap it down, lift it up. Tap it down, lift it up. Hold it here, flex the foot. Step through low lunge. Warrior one again. Take a breath in. Exhale, let's open up to your warrior two. Tailbone really wants to be underneath you. Think of your hips as your center point, your balance. If the hips are unstable, the rest of the body is going to feel unstable. Outer edge of your right foot is going to run parallel to the back of your mat. Bend is going to stay in your front knee. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Good, let's take it all the way back down. Escape the way you want to, high to mid. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Now again, we have several breath resets. You can stay still. Run through your high plank to down dogs. Work your twists. Work your forearms to the ground. Or my offering is going to be this. Down dog hops with options within them. So heels lift, knees bend, hop. Think about just kicking your heels in towards your butt. Maybe you catch a hold there in a handstand. If you're feeling really fun with it, when you do that hop, you can turn the knees out and try to do a foot clap. Yeah? You can have a lot of fun with that and see how many claps can I get in with my feet. Great, I got 10. But you can aim for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. We've got a couple more breaths here, you guys. I know this is a tough one. All right, last 3 seconds. You know the intensity is wrapping up because finally we're at the Deftones part of our playlist. All right, last 3. Whatever you're playing with, 2. Good. Last one. We're back into downward facing dog. We're almost to that midpoint break. Stay with me. Stay with me. Walk yourself to the back of your mat. Good. We're going back into our chair pose. And for this one, I want you to walk your feet together. Take your hands to heart. Sit a little bit deeper. And we're going to do what's called prayer twist. Left elbow can find the center, can find the outside. If this is too much compression for whatever reason, you have a tummy, you have big boobs, you've been blessed, you can take a block, stick that right on top. In any orientation to give yourself more space, yet still create the sense of connection and compression. And if you're avoiding twists altogether that are that compressive, you can just stack up and open up your arms like so. We're here for 2 more breaths. Yeah. Last one. And then we're going to twist to the other direction. So take yourself back through center, elbows at the center, elbow to the outside. Take your block, make your connection. Yeah. And again, if you're avoiding twists altogether like that, you can open like so. Yeah. And that's what I like to hammer away in these classes, is that in almost every circumstance, we can make adjustments to let these shapes be beneficial for you and accessible to you. All right, last 2 breaths. Good. Taking yourself back to center and then fold forwards. Good. Those same options are available for you in those forwards folds, Padangustasana, Padahastasana, chest expansions, hands behind the head. But if you're feeling particularly upside down today, you can even use these moments for inversions. We've got 10 seconds. All right. Start to wind down whatever your fold is, whatever your upside down time is. We're going to walk ourselves back to high plank. And then into down dog, so we can access 3-legged dog. Lift and open your hip. If you're feeling it, drop this right leg behind you. Press into your left foot so you can lift your belly button and navel to the sky. If that's a tricky one for you, but you want to try it, you can get the same thing done by lowering your left knee and opening up to the sky. That way you have a couple points of contact with the earth that aren't just small, tiny joints like your ankles and wrists. Good. Now let's come back around. We're going to bring our right knee to our left tricep, and we'll try to kick that leg out to the side. Lift your left arm up to the sky. And we'll take it back down. Right leg is going to lift up. Good. Knee to nose. 3 times. Shin to ground and lift it. Step it through low lunge. Up into warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Elbow can start by resting on the thigh. If you're feeling super duper warm, you can always bring the right hand down onto a block or to the inside of the leg. Left hand can bind, go for that half. Or like we worked on last week, full binds. Hands come behind. Nice work, let's release. And we'll square ourselves off to the front. Now I would love to just tell you to go back through your high to mid plank, but that's just not what we're doing today. Hop this left leg in a little bit, and then work up into your standing splits. Now a split is just anytime the legs are separated. You do not have to be 12 and 6 o'clock, yeah? You can look like 3:30. That's okay. But what we are going to work on right now is calf to knee taps. So I want you to bend your standing leg and try to bring your knee to the back of this calf right here. Good. Take it back to your standing split and your tap. Split and tap. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Last one. Hold that tap. Hands can stay on the ground. Hands can be on blocks. Hands can come to heart. For 3, for 2, and 1. Step it back, low lunge, high to mid plank. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent job. We're going to go into this left side and then we'll take a little break. Leg lifts, hip opens right away. If you know you were going to try that flip with the right knee down, adjust yourself so that you can do that. Or if you're working your flip from your down dog, left hand is going to start to leave the earth. You're going to rotate on your right foot, push through that foot to lift up through your hips. All right, let's bring it back around. Left knee is going to come to right tricep. Extend it out to the side. Work your fallen triangle. Open up, cross body. That shit is delicious. Ooh. And let's bring it home. Left leg lifts up to sky. Knee to nose. Step through. Just kidding. Keep the heel in towards your butt 3 times. Shin bone taps and lifts. On the last one, flex your foot, then step through. All right, warrior 1, up we go. I know I'm full of tricks and surprises, aren't I? All right, open up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Oof. Exhale, side angle. Elbow and thigh, or hand down. Now, I want your barometer for can I put my hand down to be, can I be with my elbow up on my thigh and my core engaged? And if that answer is yes, then you can start to make things more difficult. Top arm can bind, bottom arm can bind. Think about leaning back into your left thigh if you're working these binds, please. Last 3, last 2. That's it. Let it go on 1, and we're going to square ourselves off. All right, right foot takes that little hop in, and up into our standing splits we go. Remember, your splits can be 3:30, 2:30. Here we go for our taps. Give it a tap and extend it back. Let your breath be your buddy here. This is not when you hold your breath. Last 4. Good, 3. Nice, 2. And 1. I'm an asshole and you know it. Knee stays at the calf. Hands can stay on the ground or walk up to the heart space. For 3, for 2, and 1. Step it back. Left foot can step or extend back. High to mid. Lucky you. Once you get back to down dog, you can take your knees to the ground, grab a little bit of water, have a kneel. Probably not a meal. I wouldn't recommend a meal at this point unless you're done and you just want to basically do an inverse mukbang and eat while you watch class. Yeah. I'm like, does that make sense? I've got mukbang on the brain because I was watching this weird documentary yesterday. All right, now listen. We've got 1, 2 final flows here. We're gonna try to pull out all the stops. We're gonna try to do all the weird transitions, okay? But first things first. We're gonna head to the back of our mat into a forward fold. Yeah. So if you're in your child's pose or if you're taking a kneel, you can even push yourself back. And we're gonna work into our chair with feet closer together. Nice work. Hands come to heart. Let's try that twist for a second to the right. And I want you to do something for me. See if you can pop up onto this left toe. Maybe you bring your left heel in towards your butt. Oh yes, you sexy little flamingo. Look at you holding that. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot back down. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Right elbow, left thigh. Why am I calling you all sexy flamingos other than it's a fact? I'm just spitting facts. All right, up onto your right toe. See if you can bring your heel in towards your butt. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take that foot down. Bring yourself back to center. Stay hinged forward. Take your hands onto the ground. See if you can lift up your heels a little bit and turn your knees out. Try to work your knees onto your triceps. See if they touch. I just want to do this move over and over. Okay, sorry. Crow pose. Do you want the Bakasana in your life? Maybe, maybe not. If you're still working on your Bakasanas, you can keep one toe on the ground while the other lifts. You can keep both feet on the ground if you wanted to do that. Now, it's a little bit tricky if you're wearing sleeves because your fabric might be slipping. Having your knees onto bare skin on your triceps can feel a lot more helpful. Now, if all those options terrify you and you're like, baby, I'm scared I'm gonna break my face. That is a common feeling to have. My recommendation is to stick a block in front of you. Think of that as the landing strip for your dome piece. You're gonna want it further ahead of you than you think. You can bring your forehead onto that and then bring your heels in towards your butt. And then you can lift up off that block. But let that be like a little security blanket for you if you need. All right, we got 5 more seconds playing with this bullshit. Last 3. Good. Last 2. That's it, last one. Take it back to center. Do a forward fold, so feet are on the ground. Hinge forward. And then I want you to try something for me. If you haven't yet, try to take your peace fingers around just your right big toe. And bring your left hand into your hip crease. We're gonna try to lift from here all the way into our standing Padangusthasana. Lift. And let's hold. Draw the shoulders back into your shoulder socket. And I want you to reach your left arm forward. See if you can just bend halfway here, almost like you're in a chair. This is a really great place if you're starting your journey into pistol squat land. If you feel like you're able to take it all the way down, then let's take it all the way down. It's been a long time for Mama T and doing a pistol squat, okay? Breath in, exhale, let's all push all the way up to standing. Oh, fuck you. All right, open it out to the side. Cussing is the only way I get through it, guys. You know this about me. Last 3. Last 2. So good. Last one. Bring it back into center. So slow. Let's lower that right leg down. Keep the quad engaged. It's slow. I know if you went all the way down, you're kicking yourself right now, aren't you? Foot onto the ground, forward fold. Let's do the other side. Grab for your left big toe. Secure your right hip. Stay there. And bring it all the way up. Ooh, poppy. All right. Left shoulder wants to sink back into that socket. Right arm reaches forward. See if you can just bend this right leg a little bit. Maybe this is where you stay. This is a great place to be. Or you're a psychopath and you go all the way down with me. I gotta admit, I hate it. Take a breath in. Exhale, up we go. Fuck. All right, take it out to the side. We survived. All right, take that shit back to center. Slow negative release. I know, quad cramp, quad cramp, quad cramp. Once the foot makes it back down to the ground, take a second with your arms down by your side. Reset your breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Breath in and exhale, forward fold. Take it down. All right, here we go. Let's walk you forward into a high plank and back into down dog. Right leg is gonna lift three-legged. Open up your hip, bend your knee, drop it behind you if you like. Good. Maybe it never touches the ground and stays floating behind you. Maybe you even hug it in towards your center and try to kick through the left leg. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring this right knee all the way over to your left tricep. It can also just kick out and float because you're a total weirdo. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up to the sky. Guess what I'm not in the mood for? Shin to ground. So let's just step through into low lunge. And then we're gonna go into warrior 1. Breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Side angle plus binds. Nice. Now I want you to really lean into this right leg a bit here. I know last week we worked our birds of paradise, and we're not gonna do that again. I want you to see if you can lean forward and lift up this left leg. Fully bound, half moon. This right side is not my good side. For 3. For 2. And 1. Let's release. Take yourself so that you're kind of squared off to the front. Standing splits. Left leg lifts. And let's tap. We're only doing 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Keep the knee to your calf. Hold. Hands at heart hold, or right hand reaches back, finds your left foot inside. Try to turn the left knee up to the sky. We're going for soldier. It's been a hot sec since we did a soldier, huh? Now you can do this exactly like this. I've also seen teachers go behind the leg with it, so you can try that. To me, much more difficult going behind the leg. So honestly, whatever your preference is, There's not going to be an asana police waiting for you. Last 3. Good, last 2. And let's release. Big step of that foot to the back. Pick your poison and how you're trying to get through this one. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Best news in the world. Last side. Left leg lifts, hip opens. Again, it can drop back behind you. It can float behind you. You can also reach for the left knee and press through the right leg. Damn, my right leg is on fire. All right, let's bring it through. Take left knee to right tricep. Again, you can kick it out and float it. 3, a 2, and a 1. Let's bring it through. Okay, knee to nose, big step through low lunge. I'm just fully entertaining and torturing myself right now. Warrior 1, you're up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Elbow on thigh. Maybe you stay here, you just enjoy your life. Not a stress in the world. Or you work deeper. Or you bind. Now, my friends, that bind, you're leaning like hell into that back leg. Right foot takes this little step forwards. And you try to lift it. Oh, it's so hard. 3, 2, last 1. Bye, that was terrible. Square off to the front. Standing split. Ooh. Take your taps and your extends. Total of 5. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Keep that tap, maybe hands to heart. Maybe you worked for that soldier. Reach back with your left hand for your inner right foot. Turn the knee up to the sky. Now again, my left arm is out to the side. It can also go behind the leg, snatch. Holy shit. Oh. Soldiers or super soldier, whatever the fuck. This is no joke. All right, let's let it go. Get rid of that leg, high to mid plank. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Good job, you guys. Feet step to the center. Come all the way up to standing. Just so that you can turn out to the side. Now we've been upside down a lot, so take a second to absorb all those drugs. Woo! Hands on hips. I want you to lift up your heart. And then hinge from your hips, work into your forward fold. If you're feeling just not foldy, you can stay like halfway. But we want to work on opening up these hamstrings. All right. Now we've got a few breaths in this forward fold. If you like, there is truly a cornucopia of things that you could do here. It can look like headstands, bringing the crown of your head onto the ground, your hands onto the ground. working through your tripod. If you're working on your handstands, wonderful opportunity to practice your straddle handstands, your puppy up handstands. Yeah. I'm not anti-puppy because it's really helpful and it's the one way that I started to work my handstands. Yeah. Your puppies bring you out to the side so you can stack and come up. Boom. Yeah. Wherever you are, especially if you're working your handstands, really think about pushing through the arms as straight as you can. And if you're working your headstands, whether that's tripod or your forearms, think about keeping the core as engaged as you can, as elongated as you can, even if you're walking your knees up onto your triceps. And if you're just hanging out and folding, stay there and breathe. Nice. Last 5. Nice. And let's bring ourselves down. Adjust the feet in a little closer. And meet me down in a malasana squat like this. As opposed to staying all lifted and elongated, let the spine get lazy. Release the head down. Lengthen yourself out. Take your butt down to the ground. Open up through the legs. Side body stretch to your right. And bring yourself slightly up. Pivot over the right leg. Melt. Let's take it back through center. Side body stretch over to your left. Nice. Take it up. Pivot over the left. And all the way back up. Close up your little Pac-Man. Frame your right leg with both of your hands. I know. I'm sorry ahead of time. Point through your toes. See if you can push into the hands and just lift your butt and or lift your butt and legs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back down. Other leg. Frame up your left leg. Push into the ground. Try to lift your butt and or butt and hips at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Punch out your quads if they're cramping. Scoop up the undersides of your legs, bring them in. And let's transition to face the front. Slow roll down. Take your legs with you. Happy baby. And or happy baby into straddle. Good, take everything in. Twist to the left. Try to keep your right shoulder on the ground. Big breath in. Breath out. Knees through center, over to the right. Left shoulder wants to stay the ground as best you can. And take it back to center. Let's get both legs up to the sky. Good, loves. You can stay right here or just start to draw the abs in. Point through the toes and rock it all the way over into your plow position. Now from this plow, start to roll yourself down. Take the legs to the front, barely hover them above the ground. Hover your shoulders above the ground, squeeze everything in for 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go on 1. Let the ground receive your entire body. All of your muscles, all of your bones, all that you are. "60 seconds. Take a big breath in and a breath out. Let your next inhale bring the arms above your head, pointing the toes to the front. And then roll over onto one side. And all the way up to a seat. Ooh. Man, take a moment to think of the room around you, your space, yourself, your body. I am so grateful, you guys. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for coming to class today. Holy smokes. Oh. Yeah. Helly, sometimes you gotta take your break. Yes. Good job, you guys. You did so good. Oh, thank you, Helly. Thanks, Angie. Oh, Oh, Franny, you're an A+. Stephanie, love torturing you is one of my favorite things in the world to do. Huh, Pi? We love it, baby. We're back on Pi Cam. Amber, yes. That is such the attitude to have about it. And I am so proud of you for going through that class. Amazing job. Yes. You know, the moment that I enter a learning space where I know that there's things for me to work on, I get really excited. Because, I mean, humans are almost limitless. When we put our minds to things, our bodies to things, it's really incredible what we can do. Oh, Julie, thank you. I know, Helly, isn't that amazing about Amber? So good. Yeah, and welcome. This is such an amazing supportive community, whether you just come and take the free classes on Mondays or if you join in the other ones and join in on our Patreon Discord that we have. It's just really amazing. Oh, I just love it. Pi's giving us the full clean show. Oh, Jessica, thank you. Nicolette, no camera day, because I was huffing and puffing, hard and goofy. Yeah, it's real good to get goofy on it. Isa, thank you. Amazing. Yeah, Franny, go eat, goddammit. Oh, Pi, say hi to Finley. Say hi to Finley. Hi. That's her hello. I was topless. Nice. Top down. Sometimes you gotta free boob it. I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid that, like, even though there's nothing around me, I'm like, if I go topless too much, something's gonna grab my nipple piercings and rip them right out. Nice, Amber. Yes, free the nipple. I support this. So, quick note before we go, I mentioned it in the Patreon post, but just in case you're not in there, there won't be class next Monday. Is it Sunday or Saturday? That's my birthday. My birthday is this weekend, and my husband asked, I would like for you to take Monday off so we can do things. And I was like, okay. So next Monday, no class. I won't be working with any private clients, so classes will resume kind of regular after that. But this week, we have our regular, every Thursday, we have a beginner's movement class. That's for Patreon exclusively, so if you want to take that class, reach out to me and I can help you out, get in there, or even if you want to just try it once. I like a little try before you buy, you know? Then we can do that. Oh, thank you, Mama. Exactly, Ellie. Yeah. All it took was one time of trying to put on a fishnet top, and it scarred me for life. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Amber. Thank you, Franny. Yeah. Jinx. Yeah. Oh, shit, you guys. Do you see this power arm? She's looking super flat. See ya, Franny. Have a beautiful day. Feed yourself. Love on yourself. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Helly. Trigger warning. Protect. Yeah. Trying to think of what I'm missing. Am I missing anything? Yeah, the using fishnet nightmare. Everything contained now. All right, you lovely creatures. Yes, have a beautiful day. Happy Monday. I hope you go into this day kicking its ass like you already did. I'll see you Thursday for beginners class. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. See ya. I love you.